Hello there, greetings. Thank you for joining us. All right, this is the chat room portion of the webinar, and also to put that out there that the next webinar is next Friday because I have to work Thursday night, so it's gonna be a long weekend, that's for sure. Jeez. I'm gonna be on Hukuo also. I haven't put that out there yet, but Human Colony, I'll be on their webinar on the 21st. They got a webinar on Friday and then Saturday. So hopefully I'll be all right for that. So for those that are new to all this is ivantar.com. We have private sessions mostly next week. We have it sort of open this weekend. This is the scheduler. There's Google Hangout, Zoom, and channeling by phone and Skype connection there. We also have, this is the 1 to 5 days or 10 days at the most for answering questions. And the webinar portion is right here. You can sign up through Patreon if you want, or you can sign up through one of these. That's a Galactic. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this site anymore, but anyway. Also have Spirit Social. I have services here. Just go through that. And we also have other channelers and healers here also. You can use their services. So thank you for your support. And here we go. All right. All right, connected to the angels and all right, connecting to guides in the universe, positive ones, of course. Crystal Leaf Snow. Is this my last incarnation on Earth? Yes, but I do see you in connecting to the Syrians in your future incarnation. Of course, that's up to you. I believe we're going to Spirit. It's been like 2,000 years there. It's a joke, but I do see Sirius in your future. The star system. Question 2: any messages from my guides? One moment. I don't know, they say something about jogging, eating more healthy, and I believe you're doing the healthy stuff already, but one moment. Jogging in places that you feel safe if you want, if that's something that interests you, but let's see, aerobics is good for if you're interested in that. But of course, I think there's easy aerobics. We're not, when we don't kill each other. There's also it does seem one moment. Yoga, say also. Not sure if you're connecting all those, but that's what they're throwing at you at this moment. Gundium, any messages from Galactic Federation of Light? Yes, you're connected to several star systems at this time. Basically, Palladians are assisting them as they're connected to humanity, clearing out a lot of the negative energies here. But also, you are. It does seem like you have a new higher self energy also. Apparently that's what you've been doing on your spare time. I'll leave you with that. Any messages from Irif, Orange Dragon Guide? As the elemental energy has been around you recently, there's a lot of Martian connections, but also it's helping more of the Agarthian vibrations being known to humanity. Eventually, this stuff will go into the Agarthian world. Is going to come into human consciousness slowly, as it's been ignored greatly. But it has been through entertainment, but slowly will be bleeding through. And even possibly some people will have pointy ears. They'll be like, I think that's already probably. I imagine that's out there somewhere. Pointy ears, born with defects, so is what they call it. Pointy ears. Sure if they. I think it's more, yeah, more like a no, not quite. I believe more are going to be born more like what you see with the fairies. It's going to slowly transition into that. I guess a girl got painful surgery for ears like that. Ooh. Well, that looks, yeah. Over time, it's not going to be something that's going to quickly come into our environment. Ooh, that looks not good. Ouch. Marianne, Marianne, any messages for me? Yes, we're connected to many of the Palladian councils at this time as we're assisting Mother Earth and going to a higher vibration. You're also connected to the Bat Collective. As for assisting humanity, connecting more to their psychic abilities. As also you have a lot of wizard energies of your own, of your past, but also many in humanity are going into more of a fourth dimensional, you can say, setup. That's not the best word for it, but drifting into fourth dimensions slightly. And you're assisting that through Agartha, but also through Mother Earth's vibrations. You probably feel Mother Earth as a sister energy at times, as she is a sister to many, of course. But as you say, a white horse that's around you that you do ride in astral. I know it sounds, well, anyways, yeah, in astral, but also in Agartha. You probably pick up on that. There's a lot more, but we'll leave it with that. Question 2: any messages from Palladians or the angels? I don't know how you feel about this, but something about dentistry. I know I'm telling the whole world this, but something to look into. Not to be a dentist, but to look into. It just came through, so just putting that out there. You're very connected to the Arcturian races. The Palladians are saying Arcturian angels are around you at this time. Mirabelle is one of them that's around you, and Mirabelle is kind of like an angel that you can see through, very transparent, but also very like yellows and type of pink, red colors around that. Symmetry, any messages for me? Just to, let's see. You've been connecting to a lot of AI energies, and it seems like you're going to the future a lot from what I've been seeing. So, yeah, the future has been. Hold on. All right, guys, just keep doing what you're doing. You're not going into details, but you're on the right path. Just believe in yourself more. That. Carol, are there any messages for me? One moment. You're very connected to the unicorn race, and even in astral. Well, yeah, in astral and all. You're also connected to, I believe, I don't know if I mentioned the Rainbow Collective. I know it sounds. It's a rainbow energy that goes around the Earth. It's basically the Earth's auras. The aura of the Earth is connected to the rainbow energies. And basically, if you just have more, yes, confidence of yourself that you can connect to more your wizard-like or sorceress type of energies, because you do have this. Doesn't mean you have to make it too known, but you meditate on it and you could probably connect to it very slightly as you need to. But basically, you've had connected to witchery in the past. You probably connect with that. A good one, I believe. It's another thing that's given you, yeah, definitely. Not too deep into it, but I do see you connected that in the past, and that's basically what we're all going back into, more of soul awareness. It's just somebody's got to make changes here. Many of the third dimension are most likely not interested in it. That's okay. Second question: what are the connections to my son-in-law, Scott? Mostly Palladian connections, but you've had many Earth incarnations. He's been your son on many incarnations in the past. You've had also connections to him in Russia. He used to be like a prison warden in Russia around the Peter the Great time period. Not to say he had a strong. I think he caught you for stealing bread or something like that. But I think he let you go also. Yeah, I think you're young too. Well, gotta eat. So, Joanna, any messages for me from the angels? Say not worry about your work situation. Your energy will get stronger with that. Also realize you are going into more of a new timeline. Possibly even another. Well, I don't know why I say a new work environment, but that's up to you. But maybe you're changing jobs in your work or a new possibility. They're not going into full details at this moment, but it does seem like you're going in a new direction, maybe mostly spiritual. They're not going into full details. But there are, yeah, because I don't see you actually leaving your job or going somewhere else. There might be management shift or something like that. So they're not going into full detail. But either way, you're going into a vibration that's more right for you. Yes, yeah, put that way. Question 2: are there any other messages? One moment. I was connecting to Orion. You have a lot of connections to Orion. A lot of the Zetas came from Orion. A lot of beings are thinking correctly in the mind as alien beings. And you actually healed. They show you healed a lot of Zetas in your past as a Palladian female. You actually put a lot of attention into that. Do you seek them out because they're such a pain in the ass? But I believe it has worked. Is this basically you connect to them telepathically and then they kind of attack you, mentally? But it does seem like you freed a lot of them from their mental enslavement from the reptilians. You can probably feel that because you've had a lot of, I think in the past, you said you had some involvement there, here and there. Yeah, it's been kind of rough. They're a rough bunch, but when you've been, well, look at our society. We go through a reptilian experience too, so nobody's perfect, as you can see. James, tell me of my connections with the Vikings. I've had fascination with female shield maidens. I wonder why. I have to look that up. I just want to look at see what that looks like. I think I have an idea of what it's. I gotcha. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay. Let's see. I think you also had female incarnations with that time period. But realize that that's definitely showing the masculine side. So I do see female. You're connecting to female incarnations. I believe they're quite positive. Actually, you're actually treated quite well, from what I'm gathering. I believe you also have been a male, but a lot of the males. You know what's funny? I'm connecting with the males. Actually, the males are weaker than the women, from what I'm saying. All that, all that toughness, all that yada yada. It feels like the females are really the ones that had the upper hand. That was the incarnation to take. From what it seems, they're more control. I don't think history really knows that either. But a lot of those females are very powerful, and they make the men's look like little kittens, basically. From what I'm gathering here, that's what I'm getting from that. So, yeah, I see multiple incarnations there. It was just a time of empowerment. So, yeah. I'm not seeing. If there's male incarnations there that you have, I've seen more female there. So I didn't know that about them. So no, I can't connect everything. Why were the Palladians so heavily involved with the Vikings? What was their agenda? Let's see. Well, for female survival, for the female Vikings, because a lot of them are treated very poorly, but also it was a way for them. Basically, a lot of those female Vikings seems like were actually came from alien hybrids, meaning that, like relationship with a female alien basically eventually went into what we would call the Vikings over time. It's not something that happened during that time. It was over, forever. So it was the Palladians are basically you could say there's a lot of Atlantean knowledge there that was ancient Atlanteans, you could say. Some of them also came from the sirens, like reincarnated sirens. You know, the sirens that are underwater and all that are being really misrepresented as usual. Um, but they're not going to full details, but they're just basically the Palladians protected that race. They wanted to prolong it, see where it will go. And so they spent a lot of time with them. From what I see. There's probably more to it than that, but I see them giving them a lot of infusions to strengthen them, to strengthen their mental state. They just want to prolong it as long as they can. I believe that went into Norway, obviously, eventually. So they saw the future. So there's probably more, but they gave me kind of a brief Cliff Notes version of that. Sandia, do I have any messages from Mother Gaia? Yeah, just continue on your path, basically. As the mother instincts are going to get stronger as the children get older, but also it does seem like some children, well, of course, as they get older, you're going to have to let them go and do their thing. Of course, even at like a middle school age, you kind of have to let them do their own thing, as you're probably already doing. But your connection to nature will increase as you feel like there's a void of letting. Oh yeah, as you let the children go as they get older, of course, you'll connect more with nature to fulfill that loneliness. And also telepathically, you seem to be very connected to your children also. Question 2, any messages from higher self? Take it easy, basically. Rest. I see a couch. I see resting, maybe without the television, or maybe some reading is good too. But basically also trusting your instinct download. I also see channeling as a option for you. I think you're already doing it. But like handwriting channeling, it doesn't mean you have to run out and do it now, but down the road. Yeah. Oh, it'd be definitely there to kill some time for sure. Down the road, I see. So definitely see that Mother Gaia connecting to and just self-entertainment, but more than that, also through to release. You have a lot of history with ancient Atlanteans, but Agartha, channeling Agartha, basically. You probably feel that when the time's right. Paul B, does Archangel Michael have any messages for me? Let's see. You are shifting let's see, timelines as everyone is to a certain degree. They say your work situation will improve as there's a lot of negative energies around that slightly, it seems. Not entirely, but you're going into a new way of thinking to heal that situation. Not sure what the situation is, but does Yeshua have any message for me? You're also connecting more to your higher self, allowing more of your spiritual self to come through. Basically, you are on track, but realize also you are a healer, and your words mean a lot to a lot of people. What you say, what you do, it's like a BandAid energy. Basically, it's a band around people. You know, not on all occasions, but on certain occasions when your healing ability is needed. Let's put it that way. So stressful situations you seem to be quite well at dealing with. You don't give yourself enough credit. Also, you're connecting more to Palladian energies. You might even start seeing their society. You have you're reflecting their vibration. It seems in a good way. Yeah, because you're connecting more to yourself. Noah, what can you tell me about my past lives? I think we mentioned before you're connected to the druids. Let's see. You're also, let's see. Farmer lifetimes, also explorer lifetimes. As like a knight, but you're not your typical knight. As one that there's one that would look for like places to do battle, Interesting. Checking it out before there's a battle, or checking out certain. Yeah, you're more like they send you out to just look around. You're not your typical knight at all. There's also some secret stuff that you're involved with, at least through like a secret service type of thing. So to just show you, just checking out the areas. I don't see it as a spy, but you're close to it. You receive messages from spies, definitely. Now, who doesn't want to have it with that? So, yeah, I see you getting cryptic messages, and I don't know if it's through doves or whatever it might be. Question 2, any messages for me? You're connecting more to your Palladian guides and allowing more creativity to come in. Did you say you had lifetimes of underwater as an underwater being with the Syrians? Great amount of that. Connected to mer people, but not exactly the mer people you see on this world, which also connects you to Mars, as that world did not have enough waters, and one of the reasons why you came here is not the only reason, but it's like this world's continuation from Mars, but also seems like you also have connections with Pluto, as once it was a planet, and this was a long time ago. Pluto's been through a lot, so there are some canine beings there, which is funny. But there's a lot of other beings there, not so friendly ones though. So now it's a different story, but it's kind of like I don't know. It's not. It's not. It's kind of like the moon. It's not exactly the most friendly place, but it can be. It's kind of like a. You know, Kenny and Dance, any messages for me? Yeah, you yourself are also connected to more aquatic beings, water beings, in your dream state and your astral. It doesn't seem like you're underwater a lot in your astral plane. You're connecting with the Palladians. I believe like you like aquatic beings that have ships. You know, like they're fish beings. They do have them, and you're definitely connected to that. Definitely a lot of those incarnations of. But you connect to that in astral. Basically, they do have water filled up in there. Some do, like a flying aquarium. Some do have that. Why not? There's a different vibration there. Any other messages? Well, it's all going to be galactic from what it seems. You're very connected to the Silver Pleiadians. Kind of like a comedic bunch. They're very they connect to the soul. Basically, they have a different way of like letting out what has not been said. You can go into your chakra and get you to speak. As some people have difficulties saying something. They can do that to who they connect with, but with you, they are working with your speech on those that are around you. To you're getting somebody to say something that's on their mind without saying anything. It's like that. Not to say you use that all the time, obviously not, but when the time's right, or if like it works well in relationships, let's put it that way. It's something that you can at least think about. It takes time to understand that, but through your guides, you do get things to be said, or you get intentions, you get intuitions, basically with things that need to be healed. Let's put it that way. Maddie, can you ask my guides? Can I focus on myself and grow? What are some of the habits that I personally need to quit, and some I need to start doing? I try meditating; it helps, but the environment is now as it makes it a little hard. Well, quit. I don't know. They're not. Just yeah, you have like self conflict, basically self-esteem conflicts. That's just to heal that. Just tell yourself that you're beautiful, basically. But also to with meditation, is life is a meditation, basically. Just to realize you can connect to your powers without doing a meditation. basically. You realize that you can allow that meditative energy come through. Basically, can I heal myself without doing meditation? Yes. Can I connect to my guides without doing a meditation? Yes. To basically make this world into a meditation, basically. It takes time for that, but basically just allow these things to come to you. Basically, it's like cutting through the matrix, allowing more of the spiritual energies to come through. It's something to think about, but it's basically change your mindset of the world. Yes, you see it as 3D, but you also can change that with your mind and having more spiritual vibrations. That your guides, your angels, everybody's here. They're holding your hand. They're with you. Something to focus on. Change basically. It's like breaking through healing the matrix, actually connected to the spirit world, because the spirit world is all around us. And just allowing that to come through. Just allow it to, takes time to see if I think you understand where I'm going with that. It's another way of opening up the fourth dimension also. So you don't need to just sit there and go and all that. I mean, that's good. It does open yourself to yourself, but many are having difficulties with it because you don't need it anymore. You just not need it anymore. So you can just do it. You control your environment. What are the relationships I have with my guides? Well, it does seem like a lot of ways you're guiding yourself, but you do connect to them as for like die-hard situations, like with work or relationships. You tap into them. Okay, can you help me here? Should I go shopping today? Or something that's like, how's the weather today? Should I go, travel or whatever it might be? So you do check into them when you need to. But for the most part, you are doing your own thing from what I see. You're also very connected to Mother Mary's energy from what I see. Aaron, any messages for me? Yes, trust your instincts, but also realize you are connected to Gabriel's energy as like a love relationship there. Personally, past lives. Which also takes you back to the biblical times, what I'm seeing. He did have a very strong connection. I mean, he has been human on this world. They all have. And I'm not sure how that plays out. We definitely connected to Gabriel's energy. If he was here human and you were connected to him, it's a possibility. He's obvious. Well, at least that. Let's put it that. He like had a hybrid of himself here. So it was him, but it was another soul of him, or another soul that's connected to that energy. There's a very strong vibration. I think that's something you have connected to on and off again. And what he's showing me, like we see, he's not going into full details, but he's been captured in paintings. His hybrid self has been, and knows, he's not going Renaissance paintings, or he's not going into full detail on that, but more like the late Renaissance. Of that, at least that energy of Gabriel is there, at least in the male energy. I know it sounds strange, but you can probably pick up on that. Second question: any messages from the reptilians? It does seem like you're getting along with them pretty well. I mean, not always, but it does seem like you're doing a lot of healing energies. I don't know. They show. That sounds. It's like you grab some of them by the horn. I didn't know some of these have horns, but I guess they do. Like what a goat would have horns coming out of the head. I see some reptilians have those horns. I see you grabbing them and looking at them and talking to them, and just because some of them are very hard to get along with. But you do seem to be around the rough crowd at times, basically, because you're warning a lot, and you're warning not for them to not push you around either, it seems. But you are connecting more to a positive reptilian race here on this planet, as from alien disclosure from the reptilians, definitely, over time. Yeah, eventually we're going to come to a timeline where all these beings will at least make an appearance here. Like, I saw an image of just several reptilians. Of course, that was like a war deal, but it's a possibility that you'll see several of them all together, bundled together somewhere. we're going into that vibration. It just takes time to get there. I know I said that like 100 times. It's like, but it just, because all of us want it now. That's why. I think some of this is already read. Braden, I think this is already read earlier. Only questions in the webinar. I think it was already there earlier today. If not, just message me. Miles, blessings. Do you have any messages from the Cockroach Collective? That's a good one. That's no. That's great. I don't know if I'll do a channeling on that. I'm thinking about it. I've done it before in the past. It's been a while. Okay. Message from the Cockroach Collective. They're actually very clean beings, first off. They're not ones to leave a lot of dust around, unlike humans, where they're like the dustiest freaking beings in the universe. Cockroaches there are just basically cleaning up everyone's mess, basically. But as for the alien beings, they're actually quite kind, but they can get into the minds of many psychically very, very strong, and even change your ways of thinking. They're very good at mind control. Just to let you know. But any message from them, yeah, you do connect to them in astral, as they do have sports, cockroach sports. They do. I'm not sure if I can even understand it, but either way, you're in their sports arenas. Let's put it that way. You are very athletic as one of them, as they need that to continue their species. It's just, I think it's a joke part of it, but also they do have that. It does exist, but okay, that's like messages. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. They do have a good sense of humor, though. Question 2: do I have any messages from the Gecko Collective? Yes, you're connecting to her wisdom of basically keeping things simple. I'm not sure if you can feel that, but definitely to just not make life too complicated and remind yourself that you are integrated into this as a gecko, as a wizard type being, as you want to be part of the ancient knowledge of this earth. So you reincarnate as any type of wizard being, of course, any animal here, but as a reptile for sure, or a reptilian type of being, a wizard being. You're connected to the collective consciousness of all reptiles here, and it's also feel like you're sometimes superhuman because of that, or superpowers for that matter. Amy, I just discovered that Keith is what is called a well-functioning narcissist. Do my guys have anything to say about this? It's nothing you can't handle, but he is going through a lot of mental disorders at this time. But so once again, you are healing a lot of this, but you're also learning from each other. But it's past life situation. Let's see. They show like he was a prince at one time. That once again with a lot of low self-esteem, but he always got everything he wanted, though. Something like that. So he's kind of having image problems, at least. I'm not sure if he's big in materialism. There's some of that there, it seems. Do my galactic friends have any messages for me? Just realize you're walking a tightrope with his mental thinking, because realize he can be a hothead at times. He doesn't understand all of this. But part of him is, some of it does, not all of it. They do show him during the time of ancient Atlantis around the Bermuda Triangle. He has a lot of connections to portal energies in his past. So another reason why he's not thinking correctly is because he used to be at a different density. He came back to this world to sort some things out, sort some personal family, but also to resurrect a lot of the reptilian beings, a reptilian himself. Yeah, we're all here for certain reasons, and it's not always going to be very clear. It's like our secret mission. You know, here is you can say it's all a secret mission. But like is like astral work, at least with reptilians, it seems. Susie, any messages from you? Let's see. I gotta clear my vibration 1 moment. Yeah, your guides are very protective of you at this time. 1 moment. They do say it's like a love relationship, something around those lines that you're getting connected to or already have connected to. Either way, they say it's on your timeline. They're not giving me any details. You also have a lot of Native American connections through past lives that you're resurrecting within yourself as your spiritual awakening process. Basically, Native American guides who seem to be around you that you can connect to. Hasho. There's also a guy named Breath. Why not? Okay, I'll leave you with that. Breath. You can call it, maybe you want to change that name. That's up to you. Breath. But it's a positive energy around it. Basically, it does seem like you're getting like a tune-up, it seems. What have I been doing in Astro lately? Let's see. You seem to be connecting to the ancient Pleiadians that call themselves not necessarily ancient Atlanteans, but the ancient Pleiadians that were connected to this Earth. As for working on timelines for this Earth, for humanity to see what's going on, use timeline energy as a way of not going into full details here, but for humanity to kind of get a kick in its butt in some ways. It's like we are here, and they're not going into details, but anomalies are, you're part of the anomalies that are coming here. That's all they're saying. But also, you're very connected to the canines and astral, and let's see. All right, just tell you what this is saying. The deeper science regions of Earth, meaning visualize Earth, but there's also another Earth that looks like Saturn that this Earth is going to eventually. Like if Earth looks like Saturn in the future, don't be surprised. That's fascinating. Yeah, because we're going to a higher vibe. Yeah, it's just Earth changes. Get yourself a ring. That's fascinating. That makes a lot of sense. Fascinating. That's very. I'll see if I can explore that more. That's fascinating. Makes a lot of sense. Just after seeing a few matrix glitches last night, I felt the presence of a 6-foot-tall male Artrium named Shao. I can't pronounce Shao. Who staying in front of me. Friends. One moment. Something in there. Here, let me get some. Matrix glitch. Let's see. We were friends on Arcturian High Council together. Apparently, messages. Well, basically, it's felt the glitch as he came through that glitch. Basically, you see what you saw as portal energies. He is like a guardian, from what it feels like. He is watching over you. You're connecting to like touchy subjects at this time. As for we're going into more of a high vibration. Well, it's sometimes hard to see that, but we are. Yeah, sometimes very. Ouch! It's yeah. So it seems like you're getting a lot of other. You're protected greatly because you're connecting to a lot of beings. As for we're waiting, we're doing this, we're doing that, as we transition. I'll leave you with that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like it's cryptic central. Ashar Command has been strong energy around me lately. Well, this kind of goes into your first question too. There's a lot of Pleiadian alliances or Ashar Command. Pleiadian Alliance. There's all kinds of different species involved, but Ashtar Command, they are putting the Earth onto a new timeline, basically. So, a timeline without the war situation. So, you can say that Syria has been, there are timelines where it's been destroyed because of alien influence and even Cabal influence, but it's still there, intact. Well, not intact, but it's Syria's used as a deal maker at this time. It's like a chess piece, or a, it's really not. It's unfortunate, is what it is, but we'll see what happens in the future. I think a peace will hit it eventually, but the dark has to leave first. I don't think Russia. It's just corruption within it, the system altogether there. Raw in, what have you been doing? Astral. High councils of the Syrians. As for, yes, they are very connected to the Egyptian energies, but they do say they're going to reactivate the pyramids eventually. And their energy is all around that in the future. So in Astral, you are seeing it already activated. And I do see it white, sending out energy into the sky. It's just amazing. So you probably can feel a lot of that. So that is what you're working up towards. Your astral work is, now this is not all you're doing. You're doing other things. It's not all work, but part of it is, this is when the Earth goes into a higher vibration energy for sure. Do I have any messages from the Warrens? Yes, as a Warren, you're known as a easy, like an adventurous cat that you just go disappear for days or months or weeks, and just come back, and you always come back with some kind of knowledge, some kind of story to say, or a crystal that no one's ever seen before. And when you disappear, you go into sometimes different worlds, for that matter, alone. Use portal energies, whatever it might be, or take a ship. But I see you going through portals a lot, actually. Know exactly what you're doing. And also that portal vibration is connected to Yemen, as that one's been closed. Well, it's under control. Let's put it that way. And with this, let's see. As your connection with the Warrens also, as humans are going to go into a new DNA evolution, and you'll be a part of it. Not to say you'll be, I believe more of your alien self will be involved. Doesn't mean you're here physically for it. You might, but I don't believe you'll have a future incarnation here unless you really want one. But you definitely will be a part of that transition. Eric, again, do I have any bird lifetimes? I do see. I'll look this up. It's been a while. Well, yeah. Okay, now I finally figure out it. Yeah, the pterodactyl. The dinosaur pterodactyl. You have a lot of connections with that. You probably feel some of that. They're different sizes. Some are very big. Which reminds me, I was going to connect to the pelican beings. I might do that tomorrow. I felt the pelicans. I know we're all just a bunch of nutballs here, but definitely the pelican energies. Maybe the pigs later on. But anyway, you're with your the pterodactyl is just a lot. No, I believe the carrions also you're connected to. I'm not sure about the blue avians. I'm not sure if you truly trusted them. They do have a lot of trusting energies, but sometimes they're kind of they get hit with a lot of stuff. But I believe with the Carrions, you're definitely connected to them. That's the eagle race. Of course, there's different types of Carrions, but always connected with the eagle race. But they're connected also to the parrot, also, I believe. So I definitely see it as an eagle too, but the pterodactyl I definitely see. That's pretty fascinating. I don't normally see that. So, question 2: does a Prime Creator have any messages for me? It says you're very good at opening up yourself. You're also very connected to Venus. A lot of Venus beings came here and got lost because of reptilians. They got trapped here. They're very spiritual. And you can probably pick up on this as they just... Sometimes they thought they were connected to ancient Atlanteans. They're actually ancient reptilians. They were pretending to be Atlanteans. There was so much... during Atlantis, there was so much deceiving energies. Once Atlantis lost its power, it was easy to trick other alien beings here, which I did not know. So yeah, then it became just like a smorgasbord of just attacks. It wasn't all bad, but it make a great movie. Let's put it that way. So as a Venus being, I believe you're here to resurrect a lot of that energy with yourself. That's what the prime is. Not to say you're here by yourself, but you're part of that vibration. Of course, you're connected to other species also, but definitely the Venus energy. Sure. Riggs. Blessings. Are there any messages from the Prime Creator? No, probably not. Yes, he says you're lifting a lot of blockages, but also you are seeing to future timelines, and basically you're healing. You are diverting yourself out of any troubling timelines, basically. Not to say you have a lot of them, but you're basically more positive energies that come to you. They say travel is good for you. You might travel a couple places, not too far away, but just good to let it all go. So, question 2: any messages from Dad or Graham? Yeah, they do check on you every once in a while, but they want to just let you do your thing. The dad does show up like a ram sometimes, like a goat, in positive ways. Very connected. I'm not sure if he's connected goats during that time period, but he likes to go. Energies are very strong and very subtle. Also, he's learned to also take it easy. But for you, yeah, he's helping with your health situation definitely. And health, yeah, both of them are there. The dad definitely is there for you for sure. Oh, yeah, thanks for cartoons coming along. Super. Zuckerberg. Yeah, thank you. Oh, Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg. Yeah, I was wondering what are you talking about? Oh yeah, Zuckerberg. Yeah. Debbie M. Any messages from Jesus? Oh man. It just says not to give up on your goals, your plans. Realizing also you are unifying your energies with your family to more trusting energy. Basically, you are like a guide to them. You're a guide to each other. You know where spirit guides come from? They come from family. And so you're all spirit guides of each other when you go into spirits, of course, but this also takes you into the next lives and the life after that. So you're testing each other out. Now, normally I don't see this, but yeah, here you've had incarnations with your family before, but this time it seems like you're preparing for more of a spiritual endeavors. As to go into details of what all this means, but basically you're going to join each other as spirit guide energies with each other. I mean, some of you are going to reincarnate maybe here, and maybe with you'll be a main spirit guide of one of your family members. You might be able to pick up on that too, possibly. Doesn't mean you have to, but you might be able to get an idea of it. It's all on the table, nothing's for sure, but it does seem like that's what you're working up towards. Now understand, you can guide several at once. You don't have to just guide one. So if you don't plan on coming back, it does seem like others are planning on coming back. and you're going to be a part of it, from what it seems. Okay. Second question: can someone, does Black Hawk have a message for me? Oh, neat. Just ground your energies to the center of the earth, and know that you are popular in the spirit world. That's it. I gotta look up Black Hawk before I. That's a good one. I just need to know who Black Hawk is. Huh? Not what I thought it was gonna be, but anyway, I figure it was an Indian being, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, all right. Well, I'll do my best. Black Hawk. You're wanting to trust your spirits, your energies, but also realize you're advancing your skills greatly. It's not always going to be seen in the third dimension because you are still keeping this third dimensional point of view going on. You don't want to freak people out, but you are advancing yourself greatly spiritually, but you're still the third dimensional self. As some of your abilities will open up as it needs to, but some hold back because they don't want, they want to keep the rhythm as it's going. It's like a song. Humanity is like music in a lot of ways. But if you go out of tune, everyone gets kind of weirded out, and you don't want that. So, but your abilities are, because of positive karma, you're getting a lot of positive energies back. Bianca was attacking me and my boyfriend, and why? Negative reptilians. It does seem like from the shadow government for some reason. I don't know if you're connecting to anything astral recently, but it does seem like it is. Well, the world's getting weird, and so you are changing. You're becoming, your path is becoming lighter and lighter. It seems, and so there's a lot of darkness that's they're trying to put you back into darkness. It seems, but you're not falling for any of it. So I believe it will cool itself down. But seeing the black reptilian, I don't know. Muscata. Kind of like I'll just leave you with that. Not friendly. Yeah, it's from Black Projects. It might be Grays too. Yeah, connecting to something. Well, yeah, you're. Yeah, I think you have. You probably connect to it. It's not something that you're doing wrong. It's just that I think you're clearing a lot of dark stuff from what it feels. Can someone please assist me to help me get back to a stronger state of mind? What can I do on my part to help? See, Archangel Michael is assisting. Only thing I'm getting is walk with nature, but a change of location would be good actually, but that's probably hard to do. But or go. That's why maybe visit somewhere like a park or something that brings something that'll bring up your energy. But it'd be good to get out of where you live, from what it seems. Or it's probably difficult to do that, but that's why going somewhere different, a park or somewhere, it just helps you release all this stuff. No, do with that. Henry, do I have any messages for my galactic family? You do seem to be getting more spirit guide energies around you. You're also getting galactic assistance. Positive beings from Orion are around you at this time. New guides. You do seem to be having a spirit guide shakeup. Basically, just getting more assistance. The old ways of doing things will slightly shift. But yeah, right now, of course, go through any type of shift. There's always going to be some kind of attack or some kind of being trying to stop you. But that doesn't mean no. Either way, don't let that deter you. Are going to you're being guided to a new direction. You probably feel that. Are there any other off-world races? This guy's a human watching me now. Do I have any important messages for my hybrid children and also from the ladies of Galactic family? If there's any beings here, which is interesting, that are here as human, they're Zetas as humans, which I normally don't see that. As for, well, they're quiet. They're minding their own business. They do. Yeah, you might be able to pick up on it. Maybe they're not making it easy, obviously, but they're only here for a little bit, so they just kind of show up and then disappear. They're not really I mean, they're watching a lot of people. They're not just in there. Oh, there's Henry. We don't watch that. Not like that, but they does seem to be around your area. There's also obviously a lot of Anunnaki energy in your important messages from hybrid children. Also, galactic family of it's. They just say hang in there. Galactic hybrid children are assisting you in your healing, but also it does seem like in astral you go to a space station to clear all your energies. Space station, they're not saying where. I believe it's in the Pleiades and astral. There you go to with your galactic ladies are there. We'll leave you with that. You can probably feel that. Hopefully. 1 to 11. Can you tell me my husband Mike what he's been doing in astral lately? I just see him fixing things. I'm not sure he's into that type of thing, but he's there fixing stuff. As an alien being, there's probably I don't know what he's fixing. They're not really showing me, but they're just fixing stuff. That's all they're saying. But there's a great amount. It's alien stuff. They're not going into detail here. Question 2: can my husband Mike have any messages from my family in spirit? One moment. Yeah, don't be so hard on yourself. You are going to a new thinking in a life. Moment. There's been a lot of hard times because you're spiritually going to a new transition, and you're kind of reluctant to do so. So that's why you feel like there's some kind of fighting going on. There's a little bit of that, but right now, just things will cool down. There's a lot going on in the astral. What beings are trying. There's a change going on, basically in the spirit realms that you are involved with. They can't go into full detail of it, but basically you're shifting your vibration basically into a higher density, and part of you is having struggling with it slightly. It seems. So you all got a positive infusion as for giving you more strength also. But right now you're going to more of a new version of you slowly. You're very Atlantean crystals are very connected to. Just showed that. And I don't think you like the Orion beings too much. At least the not friendly ones, as they're showing. But then they say things will get better. That's what they say. Vasco, this morning I woke up at 2 a.m., felt a tap on my body. Who was this? And there's our message. Oh, your astral mother, which is a new one. Astral mother, it's like a mother guide to you. So it does seem like there's Pleiadian energies around you, but the astral mother, she's not going to give me a whole lot of details of what she's. None of my business apparently, but just to let you know that she's there for you, basically. She's like connecting you like a hall of records, but it's not always being brought here. Well, you never know. Any messages, other messages from anyone? It does seem like you're possibly connecting more to Akashic records, basically. Does seem like you're getting tuned to that vibration when the time is right. It does go to ancient Atlantis, but also ancient Egypt. Feels like Atlantis are mostly connected to as for. A lot of people are getting activated now more than ever, and so change is on the way. Daniel, any recent dreams meditations? I've seen multiple spider beings on various sizes. Here, can you tell me who they are and if there are any messages regarding them? They seem to be coming from Sirius. It does seem like they have more of. They just show up as message. Basically, it feels like Syrian beings. But this seems like it's coming from the Cabal, as you're making a lot of. You're making a lot. I mean, it's more from the positive though. You're making a lot of shifts as for yourself and for the Earth itself, but making a lot of progress. the spiders are just kind of cloaking their energies. But the spider is basically, spider means information, you can say. That's really what it means. But the Syrians, there are a lot of Syrians connected to the Cabal, of the not so friendly Cabal. And basically, over time, you'll be able to decipher messages like hidden meanings. There's hidden meanings in everything, especially in the media, that not even the media is aware of. It doesn't mean it's going to come through now, but it does seem like over time we'll all just get intuition message that what is being said here, like through the news or whatever it is, that's not true, or there's hidden meanings. Basically, you're getting messages of hidden meanings around the earth. You can probably already connect to that. As well, the world as we know it is not what it seems. So, just this slight deciphering. Not everything is there. Like if you connect to whatever it is, you might feel like there's a lock there because they don't want you connecting to it, but doesn't mean you're going there and unlock it. But I'm being super vague here, but I think you understand. Are there any messages from my higher self? Yeah, things will get better, but right now you're tuning your clock. You're changing your clock. It's going the other way, counterclockwise, as you are not letting any beings, mess with you more. Of course, you've heard that before, but it does seem like you're getting more of a hold of it, but also intellectually you're connecting more to the fourth dimension. As for seeing beings, anything is possible. You have thrown out a lot of negative reptilians out of your space, but out of others also. You're getting a lot of positive karma. That's basically by taking on this life, you're getting boatloads of positive karma. Of course, seeing it all here is like you're filling it all up, but it's not here as much as you'd like it to be. But it's just you're just like an archangel energy. They say also that you take on a role what archangel would take. As you can see, a lot of people here are like that. So, Stacy. I've been feeling that I will be opening a center in the next 5 years, and that's great towards natural play for kids, and also a place within it to assist in evolving parental consciousness. Does seem like, well, you're getting the knowledge for it right now. Funding is key. So, a possibility that you'll have partners in this that you can trust. That's a possibility. I wouldn't rush into something like this, but who knows? It's up in the air. What I see as partners, but you know how funding is and all that, how that can go, and then partners is not always the best either. But it hasn't not been fully decided. Of course, it's still up in the, because you can make a decision just do it yourself and have the funding to do it, or there's a lot of stuff on the table. But yes, it might not be 5 years, it might be longer than that. But just with that, since it sounds. I've connected to other people's, and they say I'm going to open up the center, and then but for kids and all that, yeah. Anything between now and then, anything can change. But you can say you're getting the education for it, but anything goes between now and then. Let's put it that way. So you're just a different. What I'm getting is different possibilities, but anything. Let's just leave it at that. Question 2: requesting a general message. But yeah, you're connecting more to your spiritual energies, your higher self vibration. You're trusting more your instincts, and more of that come through. You're also connecting more to Pleiadian fairy beings. That fairy vibration is helping you protect the children also. So the center is also like a protection energy around them, so they can educate themselves, but also be protected, and but also, this is part of, like, you can say like an alien center in a lot of ways, because you're bringing them some higher energy teachings than what they would normally get. So it's just, it's nothing too bizarre. It's just less controlled. So, and more of this will, so yeah, just follow your instincts basically. So, Going in the right path. Okay. All right. That is a wrap. So blessings, everyone. Have a great Friday and weekend. And tomorrow is Friday the 13th, so don't touch anything, look at anything. It should be fine, though, for most part, as long as you don't do those things. Okay. Take care. And